Welcome to Bangalore Defense Academy. Students, those who are preparing for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, CAPF, SSB interview will find this video very interesting and informative for your upcoming challenges. In today's video, we are going to talk about the impeachment process. In Parliament, we have two houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is called as House of Common, or it is also called as the lower house. Rajya Sabha is called as House of Lords, or it is famously referred as Council of States. In Lok Sabha, there are 550 members and the Speaker is the head of the Lok Sabha. Whereas in Rajya Sabha, we have 250 members. In that 250 members, 12 people are nominated by the President of India. The ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha is Vice President of India. Now, here the President of India is Srimati Draupadi Murmu, and the Vice President of India is, and the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha is Jagdish Dhankar. In today's article, we are going to talk about the impeachment process because the opposition leader in Rajya Sabha have decided to move a resolution to impeach the vice president. Friends, we have two important leaders in the parliament, that is president and vice president, and in order to remove them from the office, we need to follow a procedure called as impeachment. Now, in Indian constitution, impeachment process will be applied on the people like president, vice president, judges of Supreme Court and High Court, and other officials, other executives like the election commissioner, etc. Today in this class, we are going to see what is the difference between the impeachment process of the president and the vice president. Article 64, it says that there shall be an ex officio chairman of Council of States. That means Article 64 says that India should have a person named vice president, and this vice president is also called as the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is referred as Council of States. Article 67 says that vice president and Rajya Sabha chairperson must be the same and the process of removal remains the same. So let us try to understand the impeachment of vice president now. The impeachment procedure for the vice president is in Article 67B. According to Article 67B, all the then members of Council of States passes a resolution for his removal, which must then be agreed by House of the People. So remember friends, in the process of impeachment of vice president, the process will start in Rajya Sabha only. It will not start in Lok Sabha. Try to understand. The impeachment process of the vice president will be starting in Rajya Sabha only. Now, in order to remove the vice president, we need to give 14 days prior notice. After this 14 days prior notice, then there will be a agreement in Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha MPs will pass a resolution and Lok Sabha should agree. So now here there is a confusion. So now let us try to understand what is the confusion. This was raised by a leader. His name is H.V. Kamath. During Constitution Assembly debate, Mr. H.V. Kamath raised an issue about the impeachment of president and vice president. Friends, those who are preparing for UPSC, ND and CDS, nowadays the questions are getting a little deeper. So they may ask about the opinion of H.V. Kamath. We all know the impeachment process, the article, etc. But maybe the exams may go a little deeper, like asking question about the person's opinion. So the confusion arises here. Now, according to the impeachment process of president, Article 61 says that a majority of not less than 2/3 of the total membership of the House. You have to remember that when in the case of the president, in the case of the election of the president, all the members of the parliament, elected members of the parliament, and all the elected members of the legislative assembly, they take part in the election. But in the removal or the impeachment of the president, only Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha will take part. And the most important point here is that the removal of the president, impeachment of the president procedure can be started in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha. Okay, so here the House, okay, this indicates Article 61 says that suppose if the impeachment process for the president started in Rajya Sabha, Okay, then it's membership of that house should agree for it. Suppose if it started in Lok Sabha, then two-third membership of that house should agree for it. Okay, it's like that. So once they agree, the charges is framed, the investigation goes on, and then they pass a resolution. Okay, so it is clear. So HV Kamath is saying that in removal of the president, everything is clear how much majority should be there. So here we have seen two-third majority should be there to remove the president in either of the house. But HV Kamath says that it's not clear in the case of the vice president. In order to clarify this doubt, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar told that simple majority is required, 50% of all the members of the present and voting. This should be the situation in order to remove the vice president or impeach the vice president. Okay. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also says that Article 94 reminds us Vice President and Speaker can be removed in the same manner. So, in order to understand this Article 94, you need to talk about the Speaker's removal procedure. In upcoming videos, we'll talk about the removal of the Speaker, etc. So, I hope that today you have understood this. We have come to the end of the video, and as usual, we have few questions for you. So try to comment this in the comment box and let us see who does it rightly. The first question goes here. Who is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha? So who is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha? You need to comment the answer. Which article deals with the impeachment of the vice president? And the third question is, who is the present vice president of Rajya Sabha? So these are the three questions. So comment your answers in the comment section. See you next time. Jai Hind.